And we are live. Siren, where did Lead Eagle go? He's
I
in
think he says
here.
he'll be right back.
Oh yeah, okay.
Said he was going to check on his kids.
Privy coins. They have the maple leaf privy with the goat on it now, or sheep.
I think the argument is there's just too many Privy coins. I like the maple leaf, the reverse proof maple leaf.
I like it too, yeah.
But it just seems that every day we turn on a video, there's YouTube, there's someone coming out with a different or a new Privy mark.
The Royal Mint copied, and they put the privy on the side of the coin, right? Who else has privy coins?
Everybody, every single one of the mints is doing Privy marks, except for maybe the Mexicans and the Eagles.
The U.S. Mint, there's no Eagles with privy.
Maybe they should start doing that. There you go. Eagles with Privy marks. Each state.
That would actually sell, but what kind of privy would they put?
State flags. Put state flags.
No, it's too small.
No, like on the one you could put like Yosemite, the Valley, or the Half Dome.
They've got those. What are they? F9s or F10s and the F15s also Privy marks. Those are the series that they go around. It's just basically they put 12 coins or 15 coins together and sell them to you. So.
The lunar privies are not
Privy marks. You got Zodiac Privy marks. Everything.
I guess Zodiac might work, but I don't think the American people care about lunar too much.
The RCM has a Zodiac.
Right.
Now you've got Chinese mint marks.
One with the koala?
Mm-hmm. There's more than just the koala. They do it with also the kangaroos. I've seen it.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen some gold kangaroos with that Chinese writing on top.
Yeah, they don't have silver kangaroos, so.
No kangaroos with Chinese mint marks. Never seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
All right, that's right. The high relief ones, they have the silver. That's correct. No, I'm just trying to think of a good privy for U.S. Eagle coins. They probably won't do it, though.
Lead Eagle. That's the his handle.
Yeah, the Lead Eagle. Yeah.
What was that, Mr. B?
The Lead. No, I'm just repeating his screen name. There is a 1/10 ounce ruse with Chinese lunar privy. What is ruse? Kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we get it mixed up with rooster.
No.
13 and 14. All right. Well, when the Lead Eagle comes back, we'll ask about the fun show. I'm sure he'll have nice things to say about it. Interesting coins. What do we expect metals to do on Sunday evening? I don't know, maybe it'll flirt to 18.
I looked at I took out my, what's it called, my crystal ball, and I looked into it, and it says, that the chart said if it goes over 1275, it's not coming back down. It went over 1275, but it's coming back down.
Sorry, it didn't say check back later.
Yeah, basically.
What is it now, 1260?
No, it's 1270 something. It's over 1275.
All right, so you're saying that once it hits that mark, you're saying it's...
If it closes next week, that's what the chart says. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
If it closes next week on the same high, over 1275, you're looking at, It should continue an upswing, but at the same time, the charts also say that there should be a retraction again in November. I don't know. Just taking a guess at it.
Yeah. There's a sentiment towards the upside. You can sense that. But will it stay? I mean, when Frankie was in here during the week, he's like, no, I think it's going back to 16. You know, silver down to 16 and gold down to 12, low 12s.
Keep on buying.
Hey, welcome back.
What's up, guys?
Yeah,
How's everybody doing?
I need a quick request.
Good, how are you?
Start.
What's up, Ray?
Can the lead eagle put his a link to his? I can't see his videos.
Channel?
Does anybody have a link for it?
Shoot, I don't even know. Let me where did he go to get linked?
So how was the fun show you were saying?
Oh, the fun show was neat. There were several hundred dealers there, and they made it very kid friendly. Like they had it so that the kids could go on a treasure hunt, i.e. there were like 15 different booths throughout the several hundred that were there, and you could they would ask different questions about, you know, mints and, you know, what does this mean, and what was the first who created the, you know, the eagle design on the, you know, the American, you know, American Gold Eagle, you know, St. Augustine and all that type of stuff. So they made it very kid friendly. But then for everyone else, the prices weren't too bad. I noticed. Like when I came up on, I wish I would have came there with a bunch more money, because I would have racked up. When I saw that lunar snake for 175 under retail value, at first I looked at him like, do you know what you just said to me, dude? Like, how much you want for this? He said, yeah, well, yep, this is okay. I'll give me about 4 seconds, and I came right back. He said, but we only do cash here. I said, no problem, no problem. But MCM was there, very friendly, talking about the different things they have, willing to show everything they brought. They didn't mind you putting your paws on it. They brought out their Batman collection and their superhero Marvel collection. I noticed, which was pretty good. A lot of silver there. They had a $4 million coin out there.
A what?
A $4 million coin.
$4 million?
Yes, and I'm so mad that I didn't take a picture of it because my kid had to go to the damn bathroom. And so by the time I got him situated and back, they had already they came and took it in. But
you remember what it was?
It was like a dime or something like that.
It must be really old and ancient and like
There
rare.
wasn't a penny.
Yeah, apparently it's like only 2 in existence or something like that. Maybe a penny, Silver Siren. Maybe a penny, but it was only like 2 in existence. Hold on, yes, son.
Can we go to Santa's house?
Yes. Come back by 30 after, by 3 o'clock. But yeah, I was like, God, dog, $4 million.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, it was
That's
pretty.
not something for most of us. I mean, it's real rich people
I
who just
can
want to
imagine.
own it. You know.
I can imagine. I should have done. I was so close to doing a video on it, but the dude was about to go on himself. But,
So you picked up a lot of lunar snakes?
I picked up 1 lunar snake, because this was my first fun show, and I wanted to just test the waters to see what it was all about. So I was only able to go there and get that one coin.
And this is a lunar snake Perth mint bullion coin.
Yes, Series 1. And
Oh, Series 1. Okay.
yes. So I wasn't at all mad at it. I got it for just under 1,300, which was I think was an excellent
Oh, this is a gold coin.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's a good price, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was real good.
Yeah, it
It was
is.
real good. Especially since AdMex is pricing at like 1475, 1480.
Yeah, those tend to go up, a little bit after a few years.
Yeah. But I did not they had silver out the wazoo. Anything you could imagine, they had it there, both graded and ungraded. They had a few German um, dealers there, and they brought in um, a lot of Russian and Turkish silver,
Hmm.
which was different. They had I should just do a clip of just all the different pictures I took. I took more pictures than anything.
So you're saying they had a lot of silver, huh?
Oh man, oh my! I would say the spread from a ratio probably 80% of the entire show was silver with 20% gold.
Really?
Yes, I mean just a ton of silver and old silver. Well, let me head up. Let's go 75% silver, 5% fiat currency. You know, old bills and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And then they have that 20% in gold. Um, Not a lot of sexy stuff with the gold. I was expecting a little bit more, but really they kept it to the Eagles. They kept it everything to the Eagles and the old early 1900s dollar. You know, Eagles. You know, Liberty
Were they
heads and
selling
stuff.
just regular bullion bars and like bullion silver eagles and stuff like that too?
You know what? No bars. I mean, very few bars. I noticed.
No bars, eh?
Nice.
Yeah, MCM brought out a bunch.
Uh-huh.
But the bars they brought out were strictly, to be honest with you, the ones that I saw, they were circulated.
Huh.
They were very well circulated. The silver, a lot of it was certified. One of the neat things they had there, they brought out the postal service there, which was I thought they did a very good critique on that. Someone brought up a good thing to do. They brought up the post office there every day so that as you're buying stuff, if you need to ship it, just ship it right then. And they were being very well used. So, I mean, they made reoccurring announcements saying, hey, postal's getting ready to mail out. Come on, get your stuff postmarked and sent, which was great. Um, they have a lot of your storage facilities and your storage containers, airtight.
Hmm.
They had all the cases you can think of as far as if you have all the Lunar series, they had all nice oak, wooden boxes, very nice. On all that at a very good price, at very good prices. Um, they were very in those scenarios. They're very credit card friendly. Of course, the dealers they prefer dealing with cash, even though they'll do for the most part credit cards. They
Hmm.
really prefer cash. Um, they had a fun show uh, tiger. What was it, a cougar? Fun show cougar coin that was strictly meant for the fun show. It was a silver coin with color. color cougar on it. I didn't get it. It didn't really amuse me. It didn't interest me too much.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it was good stuff. It was really good. Would I go again? Definitely. What would I do next time that I would go? I probably would go there with a ton of cash so that I can take advantage of the deals. Now, would that mess me up as far as the dollar cost averaging thing that I'm doing now, as far as trying to buy monthly or whatever? Probably would, but I think you make up for it because you're going there. Um, you're going there with cash, and people are just trying to. Dealers are going there with an intent to sell some things. Oh, about the pandas. They have like these two dealers that are there, and they do nothing but sell pandas, right?
Oh, cool.
And they literally have like every panda since pandas started, coming onto the scene, and they have them both in ungraded and graded form, which was cool. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, your fun show panda. I mean, and it was awesome because they had 5 ounce pandas, gold pandas, and silver pandas there. I mean, and those jokers. I mean, they had one of the longest lines, um, standing there trying. Everyone was
Really?
just trying to get
Just a
in.
lot of people interested in pandas. That's tremendous demand, I guess.
And the old ones too look pretty good too.
Oh,
Look pretty
wow.
good. They were selling the ultra high relief eagle for around $1,800. Now, I mean, that's actually a pretty good price on it.
Leis? Tu trouxe? Leis?
Yeah, that's what I said. Silver siren,
Trouxe.
1,800, and I was like so close to getting it, and I asked the wife. I said, "Babe, what you think about this?" He said, "Nah," and I'm like, "Damn it, Jim." So yeah, so she didn't. We didn't get it, but that Joker was sitting right there for 1,800, in box, papers, and everything right there.
Really?
Yeah, but you're looking
Yeah.
at that.
But I know what you're saying about those pandas. That's really interesting that you say there's just lines of people waiting to, go through the dealers that had those pandas. That just tells you there's so much popular demand for them. I'm wondering if they had those Shanghai Expo metal pandas there.
Ooh, I don't know. I did see. I did see those ones. They look a little different though, right? Than the
Yeah,
ones we typically see, right? Yeah, they,
right.
they. I don't know if they were the Shanghai ones, but I did see. Because once you've seen pandas, you can kind of tell when you see another panda that's not from, the actual mint, that you can tell it's like kind of like a subsidiary mint type thing. And I
Right.
did see a few of those there. Um, and they look good. They look good. Their silvers look real good. Um, they had, and I thought that I had made a longer video, but they had that. Was that Peruvian? They had Peruvian gold there and Peruvian silver. And was that Peruvian? I think I
Peruvian
did a
gold?
short. I think I did a short video on it. It was like 5 seconds. I thought it was longer, but they had this. They had a cougar's head on it. And man, what was that video? I mean, I did the video. I've already posted it, but um, man, that was. I think he was from Italy or something like that. But I recommend anybody. I recommend anybody go to it. Just bring your cash, and you're gonna make out very well.
Yeah,
It's
nice,
a
good deals, huh? Oh, cool.
oh yeah, it's a long day though. I tell you. It starts at 10 and pretty much it closes at 5. But pretty much everyone is going home by like 3:30. To be honest
Well,
with
how
you.
many days is it? Just one?
No, it's like 4 days, 3 or
Okay.
4 days. It's
Yeah,
like three
so
or
like
four days.
if you live there, then it, kind of works out. But like for people who have to travel, there's airfare and then there's hotel and
Yeah,
that
you're
eats up
right.
your costs. So like,
It sure does. It sure does. And luckily, we drove there. So, like I said, we're here in Georgia, so we just drove down the state. But those things, Yeah, you
Yeah.
really got to plan for it. But if you plan it right, you'll make out ahead. You have overhead costs in the traveling expense. You got to factor that in there. But once you've done that, and since you're in Orlando, go make it a fun event. The
Yeah,
weather's
you could do
it's
a
not
vacation.
yeah, make a vacation. It's not by any means hot though, because January it's cool. Like you're looking at 60s, 70s,
Oh
70
yeah,
degrees.
that's good. We can
Yeah,
tolerate that, no problem.
which is great for me.
Yeah.
Um, so that's cool in itself, and there's a lot to do there. I mean, it's a touristy type eatery, a lot of restaurants down there. The funny thing is, while we were there, they had the National Surfing Convention going on.
Hmm.
So you saw all these like surfers there in the convention center next door, um, going over. But I tell you, yeah, I will go there next time. I will go there with a considerable lot more money, which means I
Yeah.
just be dollar
So
cost averaging.
you only went 1 day, or did you go all 4 days?
I went one day.
Okay.
I went one day. We got there, drove in, we got there that night, woke up the next morning, took the family out for breakfast, and then we beat it on over there by 10ish. It's free. It's very free to get in there,
Oh,
and
cool. No admission fee.
yep, no admission fee or anything like that. And you spend the entire day just walking like any other coin show from booth to booth. It's just so
Oh, it's
huge.
overwhelming, right? For 1 day, you probably won't be able to catch everything.
Oh no, it's hard to do that. Like literally, I hit every. Okay, let me put this. I did not hit every booth and stop. There's no way you can stop at every booth. There's no. But what I did was I just put my eyes on just stop when I see something I like. And I
Yeah.
spent like the entire day just walking up and down aisles. Um and I would stop only at, if I saw any 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 good gold that I was wanting, or any nice lunars. But
Was this your first show?
say it again, please.
Was this your first show?
At the fun show, yes.
I mean, kind of like at a Bitcoin show.
Well, I don't know Bitcoin show. I mean, we have I've been to several different coin shows, but this is by far the biggest one I've been to.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, I've heard that the Baltimore. I was speaking to Salivate, and he
Hmm.
said the Baltimore one is pretty nice
Yeah,
too, though.
Baltimore is big. The Long Beach in California is big. The Fun Show is big, and the one in Chicago is big.
When is the one in Baltimore?
I don't know. They have them. I don't think they have them in the winter. It's more warmer season. Maybe in like late spring, early summer kind of thing.
Mm,
Ray,
okay.
when did they have the Long Beach Coin Show?
Um, they're having it. The first one they're having it the last week of January, and then the next one will be.
June?
Uh, I think it's the second week of May. May
May?
or June.
Mm.
Are you going to the one in Long Beach?
Well, no, I can't go to the one in January because it's too early from the holidays.
Okay.
And then the summer one, I might be in Europe with.
Oh yeah, that's right. So you went last year to the Long
Long
Beach,
Beach.
right?
Yeah,
How was that?
I was overwhelmed. There was a lot to
Too
see.
many things.
I wasn't prepared properly.
You know what? It's funny you say that. I think that's the best way to describe it for me too. I just wasn't prepared. Like I wasn't prepared. I would have gone there with so much more money and racked up. I mean, I would, even if it meant saving for the whole year, you would have came out on top. You would have
Even
came
if I
out.
ask you to get something, like if I send you like 1,000 or 2,000, like, hey, Lead Eagle, get me something, man, you probably wouldn't be able to get it. I mean, you'd just be having a challenge finding something for yourself, and it's like no more time.
Yeah, I mean, well, it ought to be like next time I do it. like next year, I think they do one more in like July or something like that.
Oh, the fun show.
I'll go. I'll be able to get things. I think I would stay 2 days. I would stay 2 days that time,
Ah,
just so that I could look around, ask more questions, get some more knowledge, um, about stuff, take pictures, shoot a lot more video. That's
uh-huh.
I
Now,
would
I
now that
wonder.
you don't know what you don't know. Hmm?
I wonder if, some of the stuff that on the first 2 days, like the dealers have all these cool coins and then they run out of inventory, right? Then
Yeah,
you
and that's exactly what happened with me, right? I'm glad you mentioned that. Like the show starts on Thursday. Like the next time I do it, it all depends on if I can skirt away with work. I gotta figure out how work will plan it is. But like I went down there and I hit the show on a Saturday, which was good because Saturday they said it was the most people came on Saturday because no one has to work,
people
right?
can go Thursday, Friday, yeah.
Right. So, but these cats have been there. They were there since Thursday, Friday. So a lot of them said, "Yo, we totally sold out of everything we had by Friday night." And I'm like, "Wow," because you would still come in there, you would see empty booths that were previously set up. And I'm
They
like,
they still
"Man,
have most of their stuff all
and it
gone.
was crazy because the panda guys,
Hmm?
like the two panda dealers, well, one of them stayed, but the other panda dealer, they closed down shop on Saturday at like 1. They're like, yeah, we have a plane to catch, and we
Oh, they
have
have to go back. Okay.
yeah, they had to go back. And they said we pretty much sold almost everything.
Uh,
I did see that they had a few 5 ounces, but when they were packing up, they had like one remaining 5 ounce panda still
mm,
there, which is still good. You done sold like 2 or 3 of them. That's still pretty
right.
good.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking maybe if you went on a Saturday or a Sunday, you might be able to get bargains because the dealers want to you know, get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
thought that might be another, like a
Mhm.
strategy, but
Yeah.
you know,
They were pretty tough though, because I think I came in low balling that guy because I said, hey, with this lunar, can I get it for 1280? And he looked at me like, really, dude, you're getting it for a great price right now. I said, I know, I'm just saying, no, I'm just saying.
yeah.
But yeah, but it was good. Provident was there. They actually gave my kids like a whole bunch of stuff for free. I would love it.
Now you gotta turn into a kid so you can get the free stuff,
I know, right? I know.
or bring more kids.
They gave what did they give? They gave out they were giving out copper zombucks. They were giving out some silver. Yeah, I gotta look at all this. He got some Morgans or whatever. My son, he won a Morgan.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, it was crazy. They have like this thing where
Like
they
a
were
rap.
letting kids. Yeah, no. It was every kid is gonna win something. And so
Oh,
if
nice,
you
nice.
want, so if you rolled a double, he actually rolled a double, and he got a PCGS Morgan, and if you roll any other number, then you'll get like whatever else silver they were giving away to kids. But legitimate silver though, legitimate silver.
Hey, just to let everybody know, Losing Louie is here. If you're there, hi.
Yeah.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
All right, cool.
Hey.
There.
Hi,
Yeah,
how you
but
doing?
I think I want to check out that Baltimore show. Salve says it's good stuff. I
Yeah,
wanna,
that's a big show that you're gonna get overwhelmed, so be prepared. You know.
wow,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. It's like just moving around several booths. It's like you're tired already, and it's like I still want to see more. And it's like
Hmm. Oh, do this though. When you go, bring your own food. Because I tell you what, I will never again pay $12 for a like turkey and cheese sandwich. Just won't do it. Just won't do it.
Yeah, you get hungry too because you're hustling and roaming
Yeah.
around and you bring your drinks and stuff, right?
You're starving. Never again, no.
Hey, and Birdy's with us too. Say hi.
Hi guys.
What's up?
What you guys up to?
Lead Eagle is telling us about the fun show in Florida. He's telling us really good stuff.
You guys pick anything up lately?
Nope.
No.
Didn't get anything good?
The wife got me a. The wife got me a. She said, "What do you want?" I said, "Just give me, just you know where to go. I said, just give me some gold. I don't care." And so now I'm like washing dishes in the house. I'm cleaning up everything to show my gratitude.
Being a good man so you can get your gold.
Being a good man.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, guys.
Yeah. That was very fun news or information from the Lead Eagle with the fun show. That was really cool.
Yeah, I missed it. What was he talking about?
Yeah, he was talking about a lot of things, and I was asking him questions, and he said they were pretty good deals for a lot of different stuff, but most of the products were silver, on their display, but some like 20% gold,
Oh,
but
wow.
not a lot of bars. Yeah, okay. And what else did he say? He said he was able to score a really nice gold lunar snake, 1 ounce, series 1. And those are hard to find. Yeah. How much was the ultra high relief 2009 again? That's like close to $2,000, right? Yeah, 1,800 is good price for that.
I think that's a good deal, man.
Yeah, that's one of the nicest coins out there. And they all said they prefer cash, they don't want credit card transactions.
You
And you can probably trade too. Like if you bring a decent coin, interesting coin, some people might trade.
Yeah. No, I've just been picking up some stuff, and like I said, I was just exiting positions and stuff on Friday
Yeah.
on my metal trades and getting back into a cash position.
And
Got a little bit of
what's the forecast for the next few weeks? It's what, January 17th right now, so a couple more weeks till the end of the month, and where do metal prices go here? Because Al was saying, gold reached 1270 something, and his chart indicates that it's going to stay up there.
I saw gold hit a high of 1283 on my
Okay.
chart, and
All right.
silver at 1796 briefly.
Yeah. That's a nice move up from what it used to be. It was like low 1200, like 1190, and
Yeah.
silver was like 1550.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I told you, you want something that maintains its value no matter what the price does, and looking at where things are going gives us an idea where it can be. So I'm looking at the coins, and like I said, I'm excited about the Goddesses of Olympus coming out.
Right.
I think it's really,
I wonder what it's gonna look like, because what if it doesn't look cool?
I think it will. I think when they
Yeah.
get it out, I think it'll probably resemble the Zeus, but I think it'll be a better looking depiction.
But
You
these
know,
are
I think,
gonna be all feminine designs, right?
yeah, they'll be the wife of the gods,
Yeah.
and yeah, you'll be able to complete a set if you get my meaning. Yeah, the first three will increase their value, and the last three will increase their value too. So
Yeah.
I think there'll be more people that get the goddesses just because they're probably going to be a better looking character, better looking depiction.
Do you think the original, the first series of from Zeus to Hades will start, I guess later on after these three come out, would they start to be more demand later, or not really? 'Cause it
I
seems
think
like it kind of died down,
No, I think the series kind of fell off a little bit. There's a little bit of price movement, but as when the new goddess comes out,
Right.
if a smart investor would sell the two of them together, you know what I mean, and then you could see it go up.
Okay.
when you sell the husband and the wife together, because then you're going to have the price appreciation on the two of them because they're basically a set. Or if you wait to have all 6 coins, you could sell them together too.
Yeah.
But
But you sold all yours, right?
yeah, I got all mine gone, and when I made good money, I
Mm.
made good money position.
But
So I'm looking.
it's probably gonna be one per household again, right?
Yeah, I bet they do it. I
Because
think we're.
if
Yeah, I
you
think.
don't put a limit on, then there won't be any for most people.
No, I'm just gonna do what we told you. I'll just take care of what we talked about already. How I
Yeah.
get them.
You
I'll
know,
just.
get your buddies to try to maybe buy it or something.
Yeah, I think if we can get more in our hands, but
Mm.
looking at like I told you with the spot price and where it went to today and over the week, we were planning for this. I told you where we were going, and if you look back on the chart and you go back to 2011, the single event that sticks in my mind when gold fell off the bull market and started crashing was the Swiss franc being pegged to the euro. That single event is what sticks in my mind over anything else.
Mm.
So anytime they're messing with pegging and pulling it away, it scares the heck out of me. And I'm like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah. It just did now the opposite happened, right? So, what's gonna happen
Yeah.
from here on?
Well,
Hera,
the
that's
euro,
25%. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
the Swiss franc is actually backed by some gold. I mean, it's like 7%. It's not a lot, but it is backed by gold.
Right.
So now I would say that a smart position would be if you wanted to make a little bit of money, actually buying a Swiss franc. Because I think the Swiss franc can go from this 113, 114 area back to 150. Just
Really.
because if you look at where the trade is going, now it's decoupled from the euro. Why the euro goes on par with the dollar, the Swiss franc is now going to be allowed to rally go back up high. You see what I mean? And it's just like what you and I, when we were talking last time with Jack and I. We were talking about gold going back to the 1305 at the best case scenario, 1280 to 1305 to paint the chart and set it up. With oil at 47, 50, $48 a barrel, and the stock market turning around on Friday and a 3-day weekend coming out,
Mm.
Friday was one of the best days to exit a position and get back in or get back out.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
wait.
losing Louis is here. I don't know if he can hear us, but
Hey,
he
Luke.
Hello,
he
everybody. Can you hear me?
yeah, we hear you.
All right. Hi.
Now, you like the wedge-tailed eagles, right?
Oh, yeah. I love the wedge tails.
We were talking about it during the week, and it's not confirmed by the Perth Mint yet, but it looks like they'll be making the same coin, but just have 2015 on it. Are you going to be getting the 2015 as well, like collect?
Well, I think that depends. If the mintage is 50,000, then yeah, I'd be getting a bunch of them.
Well, there's the bullion, there's the proof and the high relief and so forth, and I think if they're gonna do it, they'll probably keep the mintage the same.
I mean, that would make that one of the lowest mintage BU coins available.
Oh,
True,
yeah.
true, yeah.
So I'm really encouraged for year one. If they keep the 50,000 in the BU, I'm happy to have a bunch of the year one coins.
Yeah. And Chase, do you have any of those or no?
I don't. My goal when I'm buying low mintage coins is I like things under 2,500. I get real excited about under 1,000, and I get kind of giddy when it's under 500.
Right, well, yeah. That's like the
Just-
skull coins.
That's like the skull coins, like I said. I like things that are limited in mintage that I control, like some of the coins that got one only. It's just like I was telling, I know losing Louis, he got the 3-coin or the 3-coin goats, and now they're sold out at the mint, and they did exactly what I said. They would increase in price over what he paid for, just like I said.
Mm.
Now you can't get them. And I really like the goat privy kookaburras, the ones that came out with the Perth Mint. I've always done good on those. I've never
Can't
lost
get those.
Nope. And I told you about that. But that's a winner. It's like losing. He picked those up. That'll do really good for him. He can flip them right now and get $10 a coin.
Wait, did Losing Louis get the 3-coin goat set from Gainesville?
Yeah.
No, I got it directly from Perth.
Oh, no,
You got
Gainesville had like a sale on them.
Yeah, I bought mine on the first day,
The
unfortunately.
Chase missed out on that sale. He wanted to buy them, but all gone by then.
they were in modern coin, and
Yeah,
Siren
they
is
had
quite,
it for like 235 or something, right?
yeah, way cheaper than they've ever been.
How much are they going for on eBay now?
390, 350. You can find them.
Are people buying them or
They're just gone.
they're gone, huh?
Yeah,
Right.
you remember this year, this is the thing that's funny. Last year, losing Louis, when we had the chance to get that in 2014, the horse, and every other year, the snake and the dragon and the tiger, they would sell out in less than 2 minutes. You didn't get a chance to get one. They were gone. This is the first year that it took 4 months to get them gone. This is the first year.
Well, they
Well,
had
So we're going,
price.
yeah.
the
This
gold is not
hasn't
that
happened in
popular,
a
right?
time.
That's why.
Yeah, it's 1,000 mintage. They
Yeah,
made 1,000 of them.
the thing I like best about that set is the 2-ounce coin. Where else would you get a 2-ounce proof goat if you tried to find one?
Oh wait, they don't
That's, yeah.
sell it individually?
No.
No, it's all part of a set.
Oh.
So, and I know people are collecting sets of the 2-ounce proofs now. So
Mhm.
that's where.
Yeah. I like the 2-ounce set just because I think it's a beautiful depiction. I'm getting the best three coins. In my opinion, the 2-ounce is the best, followed by the 1/2 ounce, then the 5-ounce and the 10-ounce. The 1-ounce I avoid just because they make 300,000 of them. That's just too much. But if you're going to collect the winners, you go for the ones that 2-ounce, 1/2 ounce, 5-ounce, and 10-ounce in that exact order. They're the ones that always do the best. And things can go up and down. I agree, but since 1999, they've been winners. Oh, and then the spot price in 1999 was really low.
Hey Chase, they have a 2-ounce proof silver, the one that Losing Lee was just talking about, right?
Yeah.
This is a NGC proof 70.
Yeah, that's from Modern Coin Mart. They bought the sets after I talked to him and see if he could get a couple of them. He bought them and then pulled them out of the set and graded them individually. So
Okay.
I was having conversations with the owner, John, and I told him about it, and he's like, "Oh, we're not going to get those in." I'm like, "What do you mean you're not going to get those in?" And he ended up doing that. So that's the thing.
They also have a 5-ounce too.
So when we're looking at coins, what I look for is stuff that can return value when I buy it, the short term, long term, and how they've done over the past 10 or 15 years.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I look for stuff that like Losing does. I don't like the America the Beautiful just because I think the most iconic ones that will always be good are the Hawaiian and the Acadia, just because it was a lighthouse and an exploding volcano. But if they can't do something with that ugly big Washington quarter on the back, no, I don't want those long term.
Mm. Now, Jack and Siren are talking about the JM Johnson Matthey bars.
Yeah.
Because I think the company got sold to a Chinese company, and now JM is not doing silver anymore. They're doing some kind of medical stuff now. So the older JM bars are going to be collectible.
Well,
actually, hang on. Can I chime in here? I don't think they will be collectible. I think people think they're going to be collectible, but then the news that, well, the true mintage figures will be released eventually, and I mean they've made a lot. So I think if anyone owns them right now, sell it to the dumb people, basically. So I mean, here in the UK, people are paying double spot for Johnson Matthey bars. So.
Hey Jack, are you pretty happy about the movement we had?
I don't really care either way, to be honest. I wasn't trading it, so.
No, but you remember you were talking about your Euro position at 115? Well, we hit it.
Oh yeah, I'm still in it as well. I just moved the stop down further.
That's what I figured you'd do. I was just curious if you were going to do what we were yakking about.
Yeah. I've noticed the euro's been dropping in like groups of 10. If
Yeah.
you go and look at the chart, so I'm going to see if it hits 110. Because there's no real resistance up until like 120. So and there's no support below it until I could go all the way down to like 0.8 really.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Now things go up and down like that, but when you see the Swiss franc, to me, decoupling from the euro is actually a positive event for the Swiss franc. I mean, that thing I think going up.
Oh yeah, it's great. I love the fact that they didn't even tell anyone they were going to do it either. They didn't even call up the ECB. They didn't even phone the IMF. They just did it to fuck everybody.
Last time they did that, don't you? You remember in 2011? That event sticks out to me the most of what caused gold to fall off the 1920 bandwagon and just roll over.
I don't think that was a reason. I think it was just the fact that they actually got sensible with margin requirements on the futures. Really, they were too soft on gold traders in the run up. Basically.
Yeah. No, like I told you,
This event, it's bankrupted so many people. I mean, one of the biggest brokerage firms in the UK went bust in 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, they had creditors calling them up asking for money.
Well,
and in fact, my brokerage almost went down, but thankfully they got a last-minute bailout. Someone came in and bought the company for $300 million, I think it was.
Wow. Well, the smart trade wouldn't have been trading that position. Smart money would have been shorting that position and then buying it back. Man. Well,
it's going to be interesting to see what the ripple effect of this is, though, because it truly is kind of like a mini black swan.
Well, I think what it is actually positive for the Swiss franc in the long term. Yes, it'll hurt exports and imports. Yes, it will. But
yeah, but I'm thinking more about European banks.
Well, yeah.
This is it could screw a lot of people.
Well, it'll just, my opinion, it's just 53% of the U.S. dollars index is made up by the euro. You know what I mean? It's not made up by the Swiss franc. It's made up by the euro.
Yep.
So as the euro devaluing and losing more money, it's increasing the value of the dollar. So, I mean, we could almost have them go to par, with each other. But if I was, thinking about where things are going, looking at the price of metal move up on this last week, particularly silver taking out the 1780 and closing it at it, and gold at 1280 and closing at it, that tells me that if I'm a trader, wanting to short a position, that's where I'd enter a position. That's when I would start nibbling on getting in a position, especially over a weekend, a 3-day weekend. Friday's usually the day, if a trader, you can get out of a position. On Sunday, if you got physical, you can't get out of it. Monday, you're not going to be able to get out of it because everybody's going to be closed, so you're not going to be able to trade until Tuesday. A lot can happen between today and Tuesday.
Oh, it's only the US that's closed on Monday. London's open, and they'll be buying gold.
No, I'm saying if you're in a position at max or somebody up to trade the metals and get out of your position as a small stacker, how do you do it? On Monday.
Right.
You see what I mean? I'm not talking about paper trading. I'm talking about if you had one to get the most money for an eagle that you had, Friday, I think, would have been your day. Now, it'll be interesting to see how things carry over this weekend, but I don't know. When I see huge run-ups like this, $2 in silver and $100 in gold, you have to take pause and ask yourself, are they painting the charts to suck in more dumb money like we already talked about, how we could have a brief run up to 1305 and silver could make a run at 1830? Or do they start heading down? Because when I'm looking at oil at $48 a barrel, I'm thinking that the primary miners of silver and gold now, their cost on an ounce of silver is at $8, and at gold is probably around $800. So they're making really good profit right now. And when the miners didn't move up with that $100 movement in the primary miners on Nugget, that movement in the last 2 days should have taken Nugget almost to $30, 25 and some change to 30.
Your math is off.
Yeah.
Your math is off.
On what?
On the oil and the gold ratio.
I'm talking oil to gold ratio.
It wouldn't affect it that much. I mean, maybe 1100, 1050, but not 800. Not on the price of energy the way that it's gone down.
if your price of energy, if you're a primary miner and you're at $1,200 an ounce, and you factor in $105 a barrel oil, and it gets cut in half, your prices go cut in half.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Did your oil, did the gas prices at the pump get cut in half for you?
It takes a trickling effect. It will take about 3 months to get that price of the station to come down in price, because a station doesn't reduce their price until the new product comes in, and they get the old product, new product, old product, new product. It takes a trickle down. It doesn't happen in 1 minute.
All right. So let's wait for that to happen first, then.
Well, I'll give you an idea. Last year, before the price, when oil was $85 a barrel, it was costing me on wholesale price $2.70 a gallon. Now it's $1.60. So it did move down. So I'm talking about huge users of resources all over the world and getting access to oil and natural and gas at a reduced rate. So if I'm seeing it at a local level, they can see it. If they're ordering huge supplies, they can see it at a local level too. Now, some of them have contracts and positions where they have to, they're paying for 6 months of gas or a year of gas at a certain price. Well, when those contracts are up, they can renegotiate lower prices. All I mean by that is that with the price...
All I'm saying is that the oil prices aren't going to be low for as long as you think for them to be able to recoup. And then you can just go back and look at a year ago and look at when the oil prices were even at a much higher than the 1105 mark. And the cost didn't move, the cost average of it didn't move that much. I think the energy cost for them, or the effect of the energy cost is about 20% right now.
Well, in foreign countries, I'm not talking USA. I'm talking in foreign countries. The number one producer of, for example, silver is Mexico. What is their minimum wage? What are they paying their miners an hour to go get the stuff? $5 an hour, $2 an hour, $1 an hour. You see what I mean? They're not paying them no $20 an hour like we are in this country.
How much do they owe to creditors, though? That's the main expense of gold and silver miners right now, because they took on so many loans during the run-up. That's what killed most of them.
Yeah, but have you guys seen any mines merge together in the last 6 months being bought outs and takeovers in the top 5 companies? No.
There's been a few, actually. I mean, Cours d'Orleans bought a few.
Yeah. So where oil is going, I think, is in the more... Here's the thing that I think with oil. This is what my gut's telling me. Is that we're doing this on purpose to go after Russia. We're going to bankrupt them. Their economy is based upon the export of oil and natural gas at about $100 million a day. Gives them their $2 trillion economy. It's basically, a commodities economy. Well, guess what? If you take that away from them, and it's no longer $100 million a day, and it goes down to 50 million, that's a hurt to their economy in a big way.
The oil war is not a two-way war; it's a three-way war.
Yeah.
So it is a war of America versus the Russians, but it's also a war of the Saudis versus shale oil in America. So it's not just about Russia. And the second thing is, just to add to that, is that Russia is more than just oil. They also have a large quantity of natural resources, including precious metals. So with the price going up the way that it's gone up now, again, who's tending to benefit? You can't keep everything down and attack Russia. At the same time, you're attacking yourself. So,
well, this is what I'm thinking. If you look at oil prices down at this level, what is it doing to alternative makers of solar panels, wind turbines, battery manufacturers? It's killing them. In 2 years, I figure the prices need to stay low like this to bankrupt these producers. You're going to bankrupt them. I'm telling you, the solar voltaic industry, the solar panel manufacturing, you're going to see that cut in half on the usage of silver. If they consume 150 million ounces of silver, it's going to be 75 million. So
it doesn't require a low oil, it doesn't require a low commodity price or whatever to kill these companies, though, given that most of them are government dependent. Most of them are heavily subsidized. If the government wanted to kill them, they would just cut the funding.
We just signed the largest agreement to build the largest solar plants in the world between Saudi Arabia and GE. Just 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago.
Well, where
It's
the
going to be
big
enough. It'll be enough to energize the whole country internally.
Yeah, well, I'm saying the biggest use or the biggest production is more on the residential usage of panels, not for big applications and commercial, and I'm talking residential stuff, and that is gone. All the subsidies are gone. In my state alone, the state used to pay 3% a kilowatt, now you get nothing. They won't pay you a penny for it. There's no subsidizations to get the panels anymore. It's done. So in a way, when you have high gas prices and high oil prices, you have people that are reducing usage. They don't buy that Suburban that gets 8 miles a gallon anymore. We don't even have cars that get 8 miles a gallon in this country anymore, new stuff. The EPA got it all in there now. We're 15, 20 miles a gallon. So we're consuming the resource. We're not overusing it. We're consuming it. So the only way to get people back to using it and not worrying about it anymore is to reduce the price. And they think, oh, never mind. I'll buy that 10-mile-a-gallon car and not worry about it. You know, when you have cheap prices, you don't have people saving any money. You don't have people conserving a penny. It's like, oh, no, it's down to $1 a gallon. I'm paying $1.65 a gallon for gas. So, in my opinion, it's going down. The consumer's already seen a reduction at the pump for these prices. It does take time. It does take a trickle-down effect. It will take a couple months. I think by July, people will notice it big time. But if you wanted to do something, go along to retailers, go along trucking, go along, some of those companies that actually, are going to notice an increase in their revenue. Airlines. When you have gas prices goes down, the trickle-down effect, and it's actually like a QE that's going into the economy. This is a QE that's hitting our economy at a local level. It's creating spending. People are spending more money because the prices are cheaper. And at the same time, these miners, regardless of what people think, their biggest cost is going to be there is energy. Energy is one of their biggest costs on anything. So if all of a sudden that gets cut in half, well, common sense detects intelligence that it would come down in price. Eventually, it would come down in value.
Here's the thing, though. Does mining cost dictate the price of silver?
Well, silver mostly is a byproduct, so meaning it's relevant to the miner what it costs. I mean, yes, there are some primary gold miners that silver is their secondary byproduct, but over 60% of the mining on a hard fact is a byproduct metal. So if we mine 800 million ounces, you can safely assume that 500 million ounces is a byproduct, which means realistically, they don't factor that into their price. Yes, you can argue back and forth that it's worth this, it's worth that, but in essence, it's free. So they'll sell it if it goes to $1 an ounce. They'll sell if it goes to $100 an ounce. They'll always sell the product.
Yeah, but I'm seeing the production price isn't. It doesn't really have any effect on what people are willing to pay for it. So I don't really see the point of factoring that into the equation unless you're trying to pick mining stocks.
Well, if you wanted to pick mining stocks, that's what I'm talking about. And for the physical, if you wanted to bet the physical, if I was looking at a position to exit the market, today would be a good position, or on Friday would have been a good position to put in new shorts and exit your physical position and get back to get ready to go long. When you have the spikes that go up like that, you have to take pause and wonder why they went up like that. There's no short squeeze. There's no people that are saying, oh, this is going back to $1 million or something.
My view with the metals is always it's just been a protest vote. It's a way to protest with your money and production costs and all this. It doesn't matter. No one cares. I mean, the most efficient mine could pull it out of the ground. Let's say silver for $4 an ounce. But if there's not enough fear in the world, people aren't going to pay $4 even.
No,
it's a fear trade. So.
Well, it's purely, like you said, a speculative position. But I think that, like I said, every dollar at the pump that goes down in this country is $1 trillion put into the economy and other things. So you're seeing QE in America through the reduction at the pump. Now, you keep saying, well, how it's only going to stay down there for 2 or 3 months. Well, I beg to pardon with that. If you wanted to bankrupt and take things over and have a wealth consolidation, and you think you're going to bankrupt those Bakken oil people, you've got to bring it down low and keep it low for a while. You can't let it go back up in 6 months. You have to keep it down there for at least a year, minimum 2. You got to keep it down there for a little bit of time so you can have that consolidation of wealth and power.
What about the damage to your own workforce, though? I mean, there was a recent study showing that every job in the energy sector creates 2.8 jobs elsewhere in the economy. And there's apparently 750,000 jobs that are getting just basically destroyed because of the current movement. And there's another 1 point something million potentially on the line.
We have that move down and move up, but like I was reading a report the other day, it said the Bakken oil or the Canadian sand tar, you know, what they're making their stuff, they're profitable as long as oil stays over $25 a barrel. You know, the Bakken oil reserve, I had friends that said as long as oil's over $30 a barrel, they're going to be in the money. They're fine. Okay, so he told me 5 years ago, he said, 5 years, Chase, the price is going to come down at the pump. I said, sure it is. I says, it costs a lot of money to frack. And he says, in 5 years' time, we'll have the fracking down. It's going to get cheap. I said, no, it's not. I argued with him about it, and he bet me money, and he was right. So it's not costing $100 to frack. But if we keep oil down low like this, who are we attacking? We're attacking Iran, Venezuela. We're attacking our enemies. By keeping low oil prices, we are destroying their economy. We're taking to the woodshed and beating the heck out of them. And, you know, look at Iran. I mean, we're destroying their economy. We're destroying Russia's economy. And this whole thing over Russia and Ukraine is because Russia wants to keep Ukraine out of drilling in their eastern country, which would cause Europe to be energy independent and not need Russia anymore. And that would destroy their $100 million a month or a day economy. They can't have that going on. So, and here in the interim, you have the Russians fleeing to anything of value, gold, silver. Well, what happens if gold gets cut in half from this point, or silver gets cut in half, or oil gets cut in half? I mean, the dollar.
But probably won't happen in rubles. I mean, if you look at the ruble chart of if you look at the silver chart price in rubles, it's like it's through the roof.
Well, you remember 2012? 2012, the same things have been improved. Everybody was talking about in 2012 how in every currency gold was up big time in, but then 2013 came, that trend reversed. So, I mean, yes, it goes up, there's trends, it goes up and down, but it just depends on which country loses the value the quickest and the fastest, and it goes back and forth between each country. It's true. But with the Swiss decoupling from the euro, now it allows the people that want basically to think the Swiss currency is as good as gold to go back into the Swiss franc and drive that currency back to 150, you know. Take it from 115 or 113 to 150 range, back up high again because it is backed by 7% gold. There is gold backing the Swiss franc.
No one's in Swiss francs today, Chief. Everyone's out in dollars now. I converted all my Swiss francs into dollars.
The dollar's going up. It's all, to me, it's telling me of a small interest rate hike coming for a quarter of this year. I mean, with the Fed being the
franc just gained 30% on them. So by selling them, you made more dollars than you would have had that you can then put into gold.
So what I'm saying is that when the Swiss franc devalued their currency in 2011 by pegging it to the euro, it was a devaluation of their currency. Now they took it back, pulled it away from the euro, and now it'll be freely traded, and we'll see where it goes. It's not going to $1.
It's going to be a disaster for their economy, one.
Well,
their exports just became 30% more expensive.
Correct.
Your Swatch just became more expensive.
My watch. Yeah. Things will go up, but they did the same thing in 2011 when they devalued their currency. People lost money then, too, in their country, when they pegged it to the euro. All I know is these shady room back deals happen all the time. They go unannounced when they decide to do something, and most traders get caught not prepared. get it up the butt, thinking that euro's going down and going to take the twist. So everything happens because these guys set positions and do things to make the news. They're the ones that create it. You know, the Federal Reserve, I do believe that the gold and silver are manipulated by the bankers. Of course, everything's manipulated by the bankers. They've been manipulating the metals since the beginning of time. And everybody says, well, what's the fair value of the metal? Who knows? It depends on how long this dollar keeps going up and how long the stock market keeps increasing. Gold and silver do great under one set of circumstances, deflation. Because people park their money in that asset because it tends to lose money at a lesser rate than everything else around them. And the last time we had really a bad deflation in this country was 2011. That was the last year. So it's a deflationary times, and we have a little bit of an inflation. We don't have the target that the Fed wants, but we do have a little bit of inflation. So I think it's going to be interesting. You notice anything 24K?
Notice anything in what?
I was just going to say, you pick up anything new, gold or silver-wise?
Yeah. I got me some things coming.
Yeah, I was going to say, I like that 2009 Ox you picked up, that gold one. That's a pretty one.
I got that for cheap. I like getting good stuff for cheap.
Yeah.
I got that. It was like 340 or 330 something.
Yeah, that was a good deal. Did you get it over here or did you get it over there?
At Max, end of year sale.
Yeah, it's nice looking. That's real nice looking.
Proof sovereigns for 330. I mean, it was just a crazy price, so I picked that up too.
Yeah, that was a good deal.
Yep.
Hey guys, did y'all hear anything about the Swiss debunking from the euro or something like that recently? Or I saw something like that in the tabloids. I don't know if
That's what we were just talking about that.
Oh, okay. Well, what was said? Just curious. You don't have to go over the whole thing. Just.
Yeah, I'll catch you guys in a few minutes, man.
All right, cheers. That basically just drove up their the value of their money.
Yeah. Good.
So it's basically going to drive lower investments into Switzerland now. So a lot of people are running into gold.
Good. Good. So by them debunking from the euro, people are going to do what again? They're going to drive.
Well, what happened was they had actually, I mean, before that's what they did. They capped it to the euro, which forced their monetary, it forced the franc to go down.
Right.
Made their exports much cheaper. Now what's happened is that as soon as they took off that cap, it went up 30% in value. So basically now their exports are more expensive. And at the same time, as you know, Switzerland's, it's basically a safe haven for everybody. It just makes it more expensive now for you to switch your money from dollars over to francs to put the money in there.
Is that good?
Just depends on how you look at it. But it will move a lot more people into precious metals because people are scared now. What you're going to face is you're going to get now speculators that will come in. And then that could destroy the economy. I mean, this could actually have a very bad ramifications for the Swiss.
Why can't
remember they said 3-4 weeks ago when they didn't pass their gold referendum, the reason was because they wouldn't be able to control the cap.
Right.
Well, then why would you take it off 2 weeks or 3 weeks later? And then why didn't you just do that then? Why didn't you do the gold? So I don't know. Something's not right.
Yeah, it almost makes sense to me. Well, it just makes more sense to me. Just, hey, you have done better just by tying your currency to gold but you waived off from that. The end of November, you totally waived off from it.
And that could have been actually very beneficial to them because it would have put more trust in their money.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It would have hurt them, but in the short term, it would have hurt them. In the long term, they would have been on top. Just because in the short
Oh,
term, they would have been the only dog out there doing it. So therefore, it would have been that much more of a pain for for them to do business because they were the only one who had their dollar tied. But
Switzerland's their industry is built on services, not on exports. So the banking is what is building that economy. So by doing it that way and improving that, you're strengthening yourself.
The really interesting thing about the whole Swiss thing isn't anything economic, really, although it has severe economic impacts. It's the political side of it, actually, because, I mean, Switzerland has basically been kind of... it hasn't been a player itself, it's more of like a referee. It's like an impartial moderator between nations when it comes to financial transactions, investments. And so now we've got the referee saying they don't want to play by the rules anymore, which is kind of bizarre. That's the thing to take from this. It's a game changer whether people realize it or not. I think people are quick to kind of dismiss it because they say, oh, it's Switzerland, how does that affect me? But the way the Swiss operate they don't operate directly. Everything's indirect through clients and hedge funds and banks, and they hold most of the world's assets in one way or another. Financial assets, that is. Either own them outright or have some kind of stake kind of tied to it, even if it's just a derivative. I don't know how far this kind of ripple effect's going to go, but I mean, the first day it happened, we saw, like I said, one of the biggest brokers in the UK, Alpari, they went bankrupt in the space of 5 minutes. That's just the immediate shock factor. If you think of it like a nuke going off, we've had the mushroom cloud moment. Now the heat blast is spreading out, and soon there's going to be the radiation sickness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be honest, I don't really know what's going to happen, but things are going to change. My Chinese food is here. Back in a few minutes.